Hello, everyone. I'm Dova.
And I'm Chloe.
And welcome to Alter Egos. So, Chloe and I have been just watching Vanderpump Rules all weekend. We are on season 10. We just finished season 9, Scandival.
You know, it's funny that you bring that up because I couldn't really ever get into it. And then Tommy and I watched season 3 of Traitors, and Tom Sandoval is in it. And Tommy thinks that he is so bizarre of a person. Like, he was so fucking weird that now he wants to watch. He's like very curious. He's like, is he this weird all the time? I'm like, yeah, he's kind of a strange guy.
He's definitely gotten weirder. It seems like, I don't know how much you know about Vanderpump Rules, but Jax Taylor was like the prime villain in Vanderpump up until I think he left season 7. Season 6 or 7 was when he left, but he was the prime villain. Prior to that, Tom Sandoval was kind of like the best guy on that show, low-key.
No way. So he wasn't always...
he's
was
weird.
He always a little bit odd?
Yes. Yeah. Very odd. Okay. But like, oh God, Tommy's going to hate this. He's so... I don't know about now, but definitely in the earlier seasons, he just felt so unapologetically himself, like does not care how weird he comes off, likes the things he likes.
That's kind of like Tommy now.
Yeah. So I am struggling. I am struggling because Tom Sandoval also looks very similar to Tommy to me.
When Tommy was young. Yeah.
Yes. They were almost identical when they were super young. And so anytime I see Tom Sandoval, I'm like, oh my gosh, I see Tommy. And it also doesn't help that their names are Tom and Tommy. And so we finally got to the Scandival season, and I completely understand why he's a villain. And do you know anything about it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I remember my coworkers were talking about it when it was happening in real time.
Yes. I can't imagine how crazy that was, because there are so many different elements that are woven into this giant ball of mess that because that whole season, so it was season 9, that whole season was kind of wrapped around, there's a girl named Katie and a girl named Tom Schwartz who were together.
Girl?
Yeah, Katie and Tom Schwartz. Oh, wait, what? What did I say?
You said a girl named Katie and a girl named Tom Schwartz.
Oh. No, a guy.
Okay.
A girl named Katie Maloney and Tom Schwartz. I'll just call him Schwartz. Okay. They were together for, I think, like 12 years and married, and they ended up getting a divorce. So coming into the season 9, they're divorced or separated, and they're still trying to kind of figure out how to have a relationship, like a friendly relationship, while being a part of this group, right? Well, there was this girl named Raquel who had also just gotten out of a relationship. She was engaged to one of the cast members. She was trying to find herself, I guess, trying to get herself out there, because the seasons prior, she was just kind of known as like this dumb, quiet, zero personality kind of girl. And so she kind of started feeling out Schwartz. And so the whole season was just kind of around Raquel and Schwartz. Like, she's trying to get with Schwartz, but, that's Katie's ex-husband. And it was, a lot of people were trying to figure out, is that okay? Is that not okay? All for it to then, like, towards the later ends of the season, they were hinting like Sandoval and Raquel. And then I guess they cut filming, but then they did one last episode where the whole scandal blew up. And it is sick. When I say it, it's so sick because not only was Tom cheating on his long-term, I think they were together for 9 years. Sandoval was cheating on his long-term girlfriend, Ariana, but Ariana was best friends with Raquel.
Yeah, it was so fucked. I remember hearing about it.
They had I think they said it was a 7-month-long, cheating scandal? An affair. It was a 7-month-long affair. And while they were cheating, for Halloween, he dressed up as Raquel. Like, as a Halloween costume. And Ariana she thought it was funny. Because she's like, haha, you're dressed as Raquel. Not knowing that they were having a little secret affair on the side. And, oh man, it was gross. But anyways,
I'm guessing she's not friends with Raquel anymore.
No. And actually, it turns out Raquel's real name isn't Raquel. It's Rachel. But she decided to, like, nickname herself
Oh my God.
Raquel. The whole thing is crazy.
Rachel's too basic. I want to be Raquel.
Exactly. So now, coming into season 10, we're post-scandal. She's going by Rachel now. So I'm trying to wrap my head around, this girl who has been known as Raquel for like the last 4 seasons is now Rachel. But okay, this is all to say, and I hate myself for this, but there is a small part of me that feels bad for Tom Sandoval in all of this. And I think, well, one, he's getting death threats. He was getting, his family and friends were getting death threats, which I think cheating is fucked. But I think when you're cheating and you're like this big, not even celebrity, like a C-list celebrity, with a huge following, I think you get a horde of, like people who have no idea who you are, strangers sending you death threats constantly. And he was saying like he was getting drinks thrown at him whenever he would go out in public.
That's insane. That's too much.
Exactly. I don't fuck with cheating at all. However, there's a small part of me that feels bad that he was going through that shit. But also, he looks and reminds me of Tommy, that it makes me sad.
The way he acts, too, is like he reminded me of like a little kid.
Yeah.
And there were some parts of the show on Traitors where they kind of bullied him. Mm-hmm. And like it was like a running joke that he was an idiot.
He is.
And it was fair because of the shit that he said.
Yeah.
But it was like he would start talking and be like, I have a theory on who the traitor is. And they'd be like, okay, Tom. Okay, get it out of your system.
I need to watch it because he is.
And he's like, no, I'm serious. And they're like, okay.
He's funny.
Okay.
He is. I loved him from seasons 1 through 7, I think. Just because he's an idiot, but like in a hilarious way. Like you love when he comes up on the screen because he's such an idiot. And like
he was very entertaining
his
in that show.
Bromance with Tom Schwartz. So Tom Sandoval and Tom Schwartz, they're best friends. Lisa Vanderpump actually made a restaurant branding them as the name. So there's a restaurant in California called Tom Tom's that they have like a 5% ownership in. And their bromance is so cute. And I was like, me and Khalil were talking about it, and we're like, the only way I feel like he can kind of come out of this hatred is if it turns out he's actually gay and has the hots for Tom Schwartz this whole time and they get together and have a thing.
I mean, that would still be fucked up that he led on Ariana for that long.
Very true. But I try to think of how he can come back from something like that. And I don't know. It sucks too because we're watching season 10 now and seeing how he's trying to like get back into this group because he not only, fucked up Ariana's life, but he lied to all of his friends about it. So he's trying to find his place in the group. And I mean, the guy does not help himself at all. He does not do himself any favors. They're like on a trip to Lake Tahoe right now. And he was like, the point of this trip isn't just for my friends to forgive me, but for me to forgive my friends too. And I'm like,
wait,
I don't think that's how that works. But yeah, so that's been our whole weekend is literally Vanderpump Rules.
That sounds nice. I had a really chill weekend, and then today I went to like a birthday brunch, and afterwards we went to the Boise Art Museum, which I had never actually been to. Okay. It's very small. And a lot of the art was really cool, actually, especially the exhibition that they have right now. But some of the art, like especially there's like an outdoor section where it's just little sculptures. And some of the art is like, because you're at an art museum, you're like, oh, this is cool. But I literally asked my friends, I was like, there was this one thing that was just like a metal pole with like notches cut out of it. And I was like, okay, guys, I know this is art, whatever, but I want to be like, let's be honest. If I told you that I was taking up welding and then I made this big metal pole and showed it to you, what would you even say? And my friend Kayla was like, I would tell you, wow, you spent so much time on that. Good job.
What a supportive
And
friend.
then I didn't think that like the Boise Art Museum would have a piece of art like this, because I always like laugh and say it's like modern art museums that do this, but it was literally a painting. Well, no, it was 4 little square paintings, and they were each a different color, and they were all shades of like blue and gray, and it literally just looked like the museum was testing paint swatches to decide which color to paint the walls. It just looked like it was just 4 colors in squares on the wall. And I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
And I just feel like, how many things do you see in an art museum and you're like, wow, this is so interesting? And there was a lot of actually really cool, interesting stuff. And then how many things, like if you saw them at like Savers or like at a weird market, you'd just be like, yeah, that's not very good.
I'll never forget, like, was it a banana that was taped to a wall that got sold for like $5 million or something ridiculous? I just like, are we being scammers?
I feel like it's,
I kind of want to, I would love to one day, because I am not an artist at all. I would like to try and make something, and I will take a picture of it and present it with some modern work of art, and maybe you can figure out and be honest about it and say
that would be such a funny challenge.
which one's real? Is the real thing, and which one is
that's so true.
Which one is?
Well, and it makes me wonder, like, man, we are really out here just like fucking making shit up. Like,
if the people are buying it
out of nothing,
good for them, I guess. Yeah.
Like, there are people spending, hundreds of thousands of dollars on art pieces that I feel like I could make in a half an hour with my art supplies. But it's like, I don't know. That would be really funny though, if you like made something and then we had like a challenge. Because I'm just like, this is not that impressive. I feel, and you have to like stand there. It's so awkward. I feel like you have to like stand there and like look pensive and like be like, I'm like, this is 4 squares that are different colors on a wall. Like, I did that a couple years ago when I was trying to decide on paint colors.
Maybe if they had like what their inspiration was for it, it could help tell the story of it a little bit more.
Well, and sometimes they do, but for the most part, all of the labels just have the title, the artist, and like what mediums they used. And it's so funny because there'd be like one painting that was like orange, and then there would be 2 magenta circles, like over an orange square, and the title of the painting would be 2 magenta circles over an orange square. And I'm like, are they fucking serious? Like, there was no originality at all. Like, it was like,
you know what? These
so
pair
obvious.
Of jeans are a work of art.
I keep looking at them and telling myself, like, Jenny, don't go on a tangent about the jeans, but they're amazing. They are actually more interesting than a lot of the paintings I saw.
I was actually on that same website looking for some clothes, and they have like another version of this, but with a symmetrical
What's the
skirt.
website?
It's Fashion Nova.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
But yeah, they have like a new variant of it, and it has a symmetrical skirt around.
Wow, so somebody liked it so much that they were like, let's make a part 2.
That's insane.
To the crazy pants.
I can't
That's
wrap
wild.
my brain around it. Okay, well, anything else going on?
Well, so this morning started off very badly for us because we got woken up at like the crack of dawn. Tommy got a work call, and he was supposed to have some maintenance people come do maintenance on his work building. And so he had to make sure that somebody was there. But they like called him at like 7 a.m. and woke us both up. We were up really late. And then, you know, he called his staff that was going to be there at the building and was like, okay, the maintenance people are coming. And then they didn't show up for like several more hours.
Oh my God.
And so the person was just waiting there for nothing. And it just like put everybody in a bad mood. And it just made me think of like one time we had like some guy came to the door right after a big storm during COVID and was like, hey, do you guys want a new roof? And we're like, oh, whatever, no. And he's like, no, I swear I can get your insurance to pay for it all the way. And I was like, how would you do that? Anyway, he ended up figuring it out. We decided to get our roof redone. And it was such a bizarre experience because the project manager was like really professional and really great to work with. But like the people who were doing the roofing job were so careless and never on time. Like there was several times when they were supposed to be here at like 8 a.m. and they got here at like 1 p.m. And other times they were supposed to get here, you know, at like 9 a.m. and they'd come at like 6 and start hammering on the roof.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll never forget this. But one time because I was working from home already during COVID, and I look out my window right here in my office and I see several children in my backyard. And I was like, what the fuck is going on? I go out there and the roofers had invited like their entire family to have a picnic in my backyard while they were working on the roof. Dude, I'm not kidding. And I was like, wait, who are these kids? And I didn't even know what to do, but like the dogs were freaking out. Like I was freaking out. Tommy was like, what? Who are these children? And I'm like, I think they're like the family of the roofers. And anyway, they were out there all day and I didn't even know what to do. So I didn't say anything about it. But then when I walked out after they had left, there were nails all over the lawn.
Oh,
like from, you know, they were hammering the shingles in. And all I could think about was like, oh my God, if one of these children like hurt themselves on a nail, like I'd be liable as the homeowner for the injury. And I just thought it was the most fucking bizarre thing that they invited their family, like their whole family. There was like a wife and children and like a big cooler. I was like, what the fuck? And I remember I mentioned it to the project manager and he's like, oh my God, they're not supposed to do that. I'm like, bro, who the fuck?
That would piss me off.
Like, why are maintenance people and like some construction people so bad? I was watching these videos. Have you ever seen that guy on Instagram or TikTok? He does home inspections and he...
Oh my gosh, like, is it like the kind of bald guy and he's in Arizona and we almost booked him to do our house, but he was overbooked?
It might be him. He's like really, really thorough,
yes.
and he goes and checks new builds, like really expensive $1 million homes,
yes.
and finds like a million things wrong with them.
Yes.
And I binge all those videos all the time. And one of the things that I always see is like the roofers leave like beer cans and beer bottles like inside of the eaves of the roof because they're, and like, listen, I get it. It's like long, hard work and whatever. And there's probably so many good roofers and stuff like that. But I'm like, in no other job can you drink on the job. And I just feel like these types of jobs, like where working with contractors is a fucking nightmare.
Yes.
They're never on time. They like never really do that good of a job. I remember when we got our patio installed, like they were like, okay, we're all done. And they had me come look at it. And I was like, oh, okay, great. And they left. And I immediately turned on the sprinklers to test them. And they had left and damaged so many of my sprinkler lines that the whole place flooded in like 2 minutes. And I had to call them back and they were like, oh, that's weird. I'm like, is it weird?
I don't get it.
And like 2 years later, we're still finding things that they broke.
Yeah.
And I just find it so frustrating. And then people are trying to buy like new build homes now and they're fucking
suck.
Put together like shit.
Yes.
Anyway, so that's my
We
rant.
got kind of, I don't really want to jinx it, but one of the big issues we had with our house was like they forgot to seal something in our walls. So I think it was like our third day in our house and it was raining really hard. We had like a week long of rain and we just heard like pitter patters, but it sounded like it was inside the house. So we were like, wait, where is this coming from? And then we looked at one of the windows, and sure enough, there's water coming, like dripping from the top sealant of the window, like into our
So
house.
they didn't seal out your window.
No, so it was
frames.
But it was on the second floor window that they didn't seal, so it was getting into like the bottom floor.
Oh my God.
And they had to cut a big ass hole in the side of our house, and they had to redo the whole thing. And dude, it was day 3, and I was like, oh my God, I made a huge
That's
mistake.
unacceptable.
I made a
man.
huge mistake. Yeah, everything.
At least that's hopefully the only.
Well,
big
another
thing
thing
that's
too
happened.
is they fucked up with our sprinkler system. So our sprinklers stopped working like within 6 months of us living in the house, and like all of our plants died in the front yard. And then we were like, oh, let's call them, and they're like, oh no, your sprinkler's fine. And we're like, oh, okay. And then last year we had to buy new trees and new plants because HOA was on our ass, and so we did that. And then the sprinklers were working for a bit, and then they stopped again. And I don't go to the front of my house very often, so I noticed the tree died again and got hit with HOA again. And I was like, are you like, we can't be serious right now. We've already spent like $800 on our trees and our bushes because they're expensive as shit. And then we finally called like a plumber, not through, because we were past our warranty, through the like the house seller or whatever. And the plumber was like, oh, your guys' sprinkler is like broken. It's not, I guess the guy that came in during our warranty just like unplugged and I don't know, he did something really simple,
probably because they didn't want to fucking pay for it.
Yep. So they had to fix that, and our sprinklers have been working ever since. So yeah, the new build homes, I mean, it sucks though, because it's like, what do you do at this point? Because you either buy a house with good bones, but probably needs everything updated inside of it.
Totally.
Or you get a new build home, which has all the updates, but the house is shit. What do you do?
Yes, because they're taking, I know. And I think that's part of the thing that, like, you know, Tommy and I always talk about, like, oh, should we buy another house? But, like, I'm afraid to because, first of all, it is so much maintenance every year to like do what you're actually supposed to do with your house.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit. It's so much to like keep everything nice. But I am getting to a point where I'm like, oh, our house is like 30 years old. So, you know, things are going to start going wrong. Like, we've already had to replace our HVAC. Yeah. We had to replace our water heater, like our roof. And like, I'm just like, time's ticking. Like, we're going to have something else happen. But I don't want to like, I don't think I could buy a new build just because of the way that, I don't know about how they are in Arizona, but like the way that they're built here is terrible. Yeah. I think corners. In Texas, they're like the worst offenders. Like, they're basically made out of like fucking popsicle sticks.
Yes. Our house, I don't know how to explain it, but like just the walls feel really hollow. The cupboards and stuff, like it feels like I could just snap it in half with my hand, or like I could easily punch a hole through my wall. That's what it feels like.
I actually feel like I could do that too. Yeah, in here.
I don't know. Your guys'
well, and some of like my cabinet. Bony. I'm actually this is an interesting topic I wanted to ask you about. I'm actually really glad that when I first moved into this house, I didn't make any updates, because when I first moved into this house, I wanted to paint the cabinets in my kitchen like sky blue. And then I wanted to paint the walls a different shade of blue.
Oh, that would have.
And now looking back, I would fucking hate that. And I probably would have done such a piece of shit job, because I was just telling Tommy, like, we did the laminate flooring in our bedroom like in 2019.
Yeah.
And we never like fully finished it because I never finished anything. But it's like gray hardwood when gray was cool. And now I'm like, let's redo it again. I don't want like it was because of my prefrontal cortex. Like, my taste back then was shit.
I feel that.
Like, I think about my wedding and I would do it 100% different.
Really?
Yes. Like, if my wedding colors I chose were gray and burgundy. What the
But that was really pretty for like winter. I'll say
I guess.
I think Cologne I went with really trendy colors too, but who the fuck cares?
They were so pretty
Oh
though.
my
You
gosh.
had like the blush and the navy and
Everyone's taste changes too over time, so it's okay. I mean, I think like you're saying, like that millennial gray was very popular, especially for us,
Yes.
like in like 2015 to 2018ish.
Yes.
It was so popular. And now, or no, and then there was a trend where it was like beige everything, like everything needs to be beige, and now everything needs to be like earthy green. So
I know
everything changes. And
I almost also did my cabinets green, and I'm like, you know, like that exact millennial green.
Yeah.
And I don't know, they're not good cabinets. Like, I think they're just oak, but they don't even feel like super, super nice quality. But I'm just leaving them orange because I'm like, it's like fine.
It's like the
change everything else.
Very common woody orange color, right? That you're talking about?
Yeah, it's like the 90s orange. But I feel like I changed out like the hardware, and like we changed the flooring in there, and like it doesn't bother me as much. Because I feel like that's gonna, I don't know if like the orange oak will ever come back.
Yeah.
But I feel like more wood finishes are back in trend. And so I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna leave it.
Yeah, who cares? It'll come back and be a trend maybe like a few years down the road. I kind of like it because it reminds me of like tiger stripes for some reason. Like I envision that stripy orange black wood with tiger stripes. I'm thinking of that, right? Can you see that?
Maybe.
You don't have to agree with me.
Yeah, kind of.
But here's my thing. I feel like right now everyone is trying so hard to be original or like so hard to be timeless that I feel like people who are into trends, like it's getting shitted on for being a part, when the whole reason a thing is a trend is because people like it. And
yes,
I think it's kind of cool when you go back and look through your pictures and you're like, holy shit, I was into that. Or, oh my God, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's nice because it shows who you were then. And if you go with something that's timeless and it's something that you want forever, then you don't get to really tie that aesthetic with who you were then. So that when you move on into a different phase of your life, you could be like, oh, that was me then. Millennial gray. I was really into the cold colors for a minute. I still like kind of ish am, but I'm.
Your parents are really into like the sleek, modern, like monochromatic or like white and black.
Yes.
And yeah. So that makes sense. Tommy used to be into that too, but
I know.
And I did too when I was in college. Like I remember I bought like dark wood everything.
I think it's fun that as we phase into different parts of our lives, so do our interests and our aesthetics, and that's okay.
I think one of the things that I don't know if people are going to look back and be like, "Oh, that was so cool," is the way that like Gen Z and younger are dressing for like Coachella. And the way that they film videos of like, watch me, come with me to put together my Coachella outfits. I'm like, that's how I used to get dressed when I was like 6 years old and just grabbed random shit from my closet.
Yes.
And I'm not trying to sound like an old bitch or like a hater, but and some people are like, oh my God, the fit. I'm like,
I know.
Okay.
I'm like, are we? Enjoy. I feel like we're lying at this point.
I feel like it's like the pants behind you.
Yes. I feel like
we're fucking lying.
I feel like people are trying to come up with the craziest, insane shit which honestly, if you like it, great for you. But do you guys really like it? Because I don't know. All the comments are like wow,
do you like it, or are you just trying to be unique?
This
because I got bullied. Well, I wouldn't say bullied, but I got made fun of for when I was wearing my stud belt and my fishnet sleeves and my band shirts and whatever. And now I found out that like scene kids today are just copying our outfits from back then, and they're like the cool kids. And I'm like, wait a second. That's not how it was.
I know.
We were made fun of.
I feel like it's also becoming really popular to have listened to like the punk and emo and metal music that I kind of felt like people were made fun of
Yes,
when
they
we were in
were.
school, and now it's becoming I don't know. It's I don't know. Is this what aging
so
feels
weird.
like, where you start
Yeah,
seeing
maybe it is.
things getting I don't know. But okay, well,
It's
cool.
wild.
I'm trying to think if there's anything. Oh, well, okay. I feel like I've been giving updates every week, but for our gym, going, doing great, working out. But something I forgot to mention that I think is so funny is as it's getting hotter in Arizona, our gym is getting a little hotter, right? I actually don't notice it at all because Khalil got a big giant fan, and what we do is we just put the fan right in front of our door.
Like those big box fans?
And we just have like our AC air flowing into our garage. But Khalil says it's getting a little toasty in there, so for the past...
Which is saying a lot for him.
Yes. For the past 3 weeks, though, he has been working out in just his underwear. So he he comes into the garage, takes off his shirt, takes off his pants, and starts working out. So
oh my god, that's amazing.
He's just straight up in his underwear. But yeah, the workout's going good. A lot of protein. The other day, I had 168 grams of protein. I don't know how that's even...
Bro, that's fucking crazy.
I don't know how that's possible.
What?
I don't know how that's possible.
No, I don't know either. That's so impressive. Jesus. That seems like...
Anyways, going back to the protein. Yeah, 168, 164, over 160 grams of protein in one day.
Dude, that's a lot. That's like almost too much for you, maybe.
I know.
Because I think the gold standard, like if you can do 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight, like that's amazing. That would be insane for me. But for you, I'm like, that's damn. What did you eat? Just like...
It was 164 grams of protein. I know, and I didn't even try to, which is the crazy part. Wow, how did I do this? I'm looking at, because I didn't drink a protein coffee that morning either. Okay, so breakfast, my 1 cup of egg whites, and my smoked salmon, which put me at 39 grams of protein. Oh, who knew? Chuck roast, a shit ton of protein. I had chuck roast, which was 47 grams of protein.
How much chuck roast?
252 grams, which I think is about... It's like about 7 ounces of...
Damn, roast. That's not even that much.
Yeah, it was 289 calories. And then for dinner, I had my ground turkey bowl, which was 56 grams of protein.
How many calories are you getting in a day when you get a protein like that?
I ate for the entire day was 1473. 1,473 calories.
That's fucking crazy that you got that much protein with only that many calories.
I was shooketh. Oh, I did have a barbell protein.
Are you going to be a gymfluencer? I don't think that word exists. I think
my arms are changing, though. I really told Khalil that my goal is when I come visit you guys in June, that I show you my muscles and you guys are like, holy fuck. But
I think the thing is, it's really hard for women to build muscle like that.
Yes, it is.
You might depending on how your body is, I don't know your specifications, but you might see results if you eat more calories too.
Yeah, that's true. I'm also taking a ton of creatine. Well, we came up with this with my app that I use to try and figure out how many calories I should be eating and how many proteins I should be eating. So I don't know.
Because I think technically you're supposed to eat in a surplus if you want to build muscle, but that's never worked for me.
Yeah.
Or you do build muscle, but you also build fat, so you end up puffier, and then you have to do a cut, which is like...
Yeah, I'm not trying to do all that.
It's so hard to do all of that.
I'm sorry.
It's stupid.
No offense to the people that cut, but I just know myself. If I were to do the bulking, I'm not gonna cut. I'll do the bulking and I'll feel like
I just think the cycles of it is just so inefficient. And Dumb. But if you want, when you get here, we can arm wrestle.
I think you would beat me.
Just because I'm a bigger person. That's it.
I'm weak as shit. Okay, well, let's see. Right now, my dumbbell press I'm doing is 25 pounds times 2, so 50 pounds total.
That's great.
Doing that.
That's great.
My bicep curls I'm doing 15 pounds, but I can only do it 6 times.
That's good. I think I can do 20 like 5 times.
And I'm nowhere near that yet. It's been
you're a lot smaller than me, so that's actually impressive.
It's been a very slow process.
My bench press, that like the most I ever got to, it was so hard to grow that, was 95.
Holy shit.
And it was like 95, I think I could do 3.
No,
and that was when I was lifting all the time in college. And it took forever to get to that.
My most was 65. That's the most I could do. Like the 45-pound barbell and then 10 pounds on each side. Yeah, I could.
And you guys are mostly using dumbbells, right?
Yeah, right now we're only using dumbbells. I think we're going to try.
It's amazing what you can do with dumbbells.
It is, but Khalil hates it because it's kind of hard on back days, which is, I think, the muscle group that he wants to work out the most. And
dude, I have thought about getting a gym membership. Well, I do have a gym membership, but the lifting, it's at the YMCA, and lifting there is fucking terrible. It's like so packed. But I thought about getting a special gym membership just to do lat pull downs because it's my favorite exercise of all time. Yep. And you need a machine to do it.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I can't do pull-ups.
That is
absolutely fucking not. I can't even hang. I can't dead hang for more than like 1 second. But the lat pull down machine,
yeah,
it's my favorite.
That one's a good one.
So good.
I love the lat pull downs, and I love the because we're planning on getting a the box type of
like
where you can do a bunch of different stuff. Yeah, a rack. Yeah. That's the word. And I'm so excited to be able to do the tricep pull downs again because those are my favorite. Because right now with our triceps, we could really only do stuff like pushing back or whatever. So the tricep pull downs will be great. But yeah, I mean, it's been fun. Bulgarian split squats are my frenemies. She's my frenemy because
they are so hard.
They are hard as hell, but they are like the key to growing your booty. And I kid you not, I've done a lot I've worked out a lot throughout my life. Like I'll have little moments where I'll be consistent with the gym for a little bit. This is probably the most consistent I've ever been in my life, but I've never done Bulgarian split squats before until this time around, and holy shit.
You know what sucks about those is like even after all this time, I think my balance has gotten better doing Pilates and whatever.
Yeah.
My balance is still shit, especially on my left leg. So I have fallen down doing those before.
Oh.
It's not great.
I'm trying to think if there's a way that you could, because I kind of sometimes I'll get off balance, but I think sometimes the weights can help me keep my balance. But yeah, I do the step ups too, and I literally put our bench up like right next to our car, and I use the car as like a little handicap so that I don't fall over.
That's smart.
But yeah, I mean, overall though, the fitness journey has been really fun. I think I've become numb to food at this point where
I'm getting there. I'm getting to a point. I think Tommy told you, and I also told you that we made your turkey bowl. I think I probably made it wrong.
You did.
Why?
He told me.
I did the sweet potato on the bottom.
Did you do Japanese sweet potato?
No, because we're all out, but it was a regular sweet potato.
And you used taco seasoning. No.
Yes, I did because I couldn't find. I thought I had Cajun, but I didn't, so I used taco seasoning. Yeah, it was not great. And then, but everything else I did the same.
You did Brussels sprouts?
Yes.
And you got the Trader Joe's fire roasted corn?
Yes, I didn't add the corn though because I was like, this is too many things.
No, see, look, you're messing it up.
Okay,
already.
You make it when you get here.
Did you use hot honey?
Yes.
And you didn't like it?
No, and I think it was probably just user error.
Okay.
But
yes, I'll make it.
But we did do the dill pickle salad thing and we turned it into like burger salad with ground beef. Excellent. It was
so
amazing.
Good. There's something about cutting up pieces of pickle with like ground beef. It pairs so well
good
together. So then when you put it on top of that dill salad, chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Well, I have to make a confession, and I don't have a word of the week.
But
I'm so sorry. I've been doing a lot of schoolwork, and I've been watching a lot of Vanderpump Rules.
Well, we could just do the Merriam-Webster word of the day.
Okay, what is it?
Onerous.
Onerous.
Spelled Onerous.
Onerous. What does that mean?
Onerous. Involving, imposing, or constituting a burden. So like burdensome?
Oh, okay.
For example, they were assigned the onerous task of post-show cleanup. I think it's just something that's annoying to do.
Okay.
Onerous. Like dealing with contractors is very onerous for me.
Very, very true. Okay. Onerous. And then we have teetotaler. Teetotaler. And what was the night animal?
Crepuscular.
Wait,
it was
Crepuscular. We're maintaining it. That's awesome.
We're maintaining it.
Okay,
that's awesome.
Well,
wistful was another one.
What was? Oh yeah, wistful.
Wistful.
That's how I feel like 99% of my life. Okay, well, we came up with a fun little activity where we are going to be acting as lawyers. Not really. We're acting as a judge of character judges of villains who were justified in the actions that they took and have been scrutinized by public media of their character, and they shouldn't have been. So Chloe, take it away.
Yes. Okay. Well, do you want me to do well, I want to see what you agree with. And some of these I feel like you're going to just agree with, and some of them you won't. So just stop me. I'm going to say the ones I have.
Okay.
And then I want you to tell me which ones you don't agree with or you want more information about. Okay? Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay. Villains, in my opinion, that were justified in their actions and unfairly villainized. The Grinch.
Yes. 1,000%.
Mr. Wilson from Dennis the Menace.
Girl, I haven't seen Dennis the Menace in like 25 years, so.
The Angry Neighbor.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, the kid was a menace.
Miranda Hillard from Mrs. Doubtfire.
Was that the mom?
Yeah.
1,000%, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, these two may be controversial. Meredith Blake from The Parent Trap.
Oh. No, she's those girls and the parents were horrible. Horrible people. I agree.
Okay. And then the last one, Tommy does not agree with me on this. Emotep from The Mummy.
I mean, he was fine as fuck. What was this whole thing? Like, what did he want to do?
Okay. So people are like, oh, he's evil. But if we look back at the story, okay, Emotep, he is the mummy that they bring back from the dead, and then he kills a bunch of people, and he's searching for his beloved, Anak Sunamun, okay? But Emotep is cursed for loving the pharaoh's mistress. So, like, yeah, not great, probably. But then he is killed and mummified in the most barbaric of ways by the Magi. They even feared doing this ritual because if Emotep is resurrected, then he must restore his body by those who discover the Book of the Dead. There is a warning that Emotep will kill who opens the chest with the book. So he kills the people who open the chest to resurrect his body because he had to, per the curse by the Magi.
Oh.
Literally didn't have a choice. And then he will destroy the world if he does not resurrect himself and his lover, Anck-su-namun, because that was what the curse was. So Imhotep was the priest of the dead. If he worked with the main characters, he could have brought Evelyn back with only killing a few people, as he was forced to, as per the curse. But he had to do all of that, and then everybody made it really hard for him to carry out
so it wasn't
the
really
thing
his
he
fault.
was cursed to do.
It wasn't his choice. He just wanted to be with his girl.
Yeah, and he gave people chances all the time, like, get the fuck out of the way or tell me where she is. And they were like, no. And so he fucking killed them because he was cursed to by the Magi because he fell in love with the Pharaoh's mistress, who also loved him back. And you know what? She was not happy with the Pharaoh, okay? This was back when women were property, okay? So really he was saving her from this horrible, gross man. And
was just yearning for her
he was cursed for an eternity. So, and the ritual that they performed on him, they gave him the most evil, most painful death, and then cursed him in the afterlives. The man just wanted his woman and to be in peace.
That is crazy. Okay, let me say something. I just recently watched the movie The Mummy, the one that just came out in theaters. Has absolutely nothing to do, not same universe, not the same story. I was trying to explain this to my friend Tootie the other day, and it was the hardest thing ever because I was trying to tell him this new movie called The Mummy has no correlation, no relation to anything about the one that came out in was it the 90s or the early 2000s? It has nothing to do with that. He's like, so do you think like if they changed the title, the movie would have done better? And I'm like, no, like it's just because I didn't really care for the movie. But I'm like, no, it has nothing to do. The only correlation is that it's about a mummy. That's it.
It's about a mummy.
But I think he was having a hard time understanding like a mummy is a monster. So like a general term for, well, I guess it is a monster, right? I mean,
well, technically a mummy is just someone who was mummified.
But then it became popular in like the horror realm.
But like the Mummy movie from 1998 or whatever it is does not have a monopoly on the term mummy in terms of it being the only monster in the universe. Like, it's just a monster.
Yes, I was trying.
Like at Halloween, Mummy is like one of the monsters.
Like someone
classic.
who you see wrapped around in toilet paper. That like you'd be like, oh, that's a mummy. But anyways, that movie, The Mummy, the one that I just watched, I am I think I have a new fear of being mummified. Like. So I have some irrational fears. One of them is to be eaten alive by like a person, especially if I'm alive while they're doing it. That is one of my biggest fears of all time. But then
that's fair. Pretty fucking spooky.
I don't know why I sometimes get a thought in my head that pops up where I'm like, what if like someone knocks me out and I wake up and both my legs are cut off and like I'm tied up so I can't even move, and I'm like looking and I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening? And then I see like these 3 like creepy dudes just be like, oh, we're just eating your leg, and I would be like, oh no, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna eat the rest of you later, but yeah, we're eating your leg right in front of you. That really scares me. That's like a specific,
very specific.
I think maybe there is a parallel universe where that has happened to me, and now I'm very terrified of it.
Oh, I hope not.
But anyways, after watching The Mummy, oh man, that is a close contender because I am also claustrophobic. And the whole idea, at least in this movie, The Mummy that I watched, it was a little girl. She was like, I think she was 9 years old when it happened to her.
Ew, is this like a child abuse thing?
No. Well, no. Well, I mean, they're mummifying a 9-year-old girl in that aspect. It is. But just
like, did they think she mummified alive?
Mm-hmm.
Because normally, like the mummies, they would kill you first.
Nope, she was alive. In this movie, there's like some demon that runs in this family, and it like uses a body as a host to like rest, and once it's depleted all the soul out of that body that was used as a host, it craves for another body. And I guess the lady was like, she was almost like a witch. She was like the younger the person, the better, because they have more life to live. So
like in Hocus Pocus when they suck the souls out of the children.
So it's kind of like that, but the Egyptian mummy version of it. And so they used a little.
So it is like Egyptian mummies.
Yes, in that movie.
In the movie,
yeah. And man, it was disturbing. But anyway,
is it gory?
Yes, I don't think you would like it. It's
good to know.
Yeah. It was like a fun movie. The whole movie is terrible, though, by the way, because I'll just give you a little snippet for the audience listening. Spoilers. This family lived in Egypt. The husband was a news anchor, and he was covering news in Egypt, I guess. And his daughter gets groomed by this old lady who, and she's not even that old. She was groomed by this woman to become her friend, and she essentially snatches her, captures her, and uses her body to have the demon host in it. And she was in a crucifix. No, a sarcophagus. She was in a sarcophagus. She was in a sarcophagus, a 4,000-year-old sarcophagus, for the next 8 years, just inside of it. And then I guess the family that does this ritual was afraid that this flood was going to come in and disturb her sarcophagus. So they were trying to fly, and the sarcophagus fell, and they found it, and then they discovered their daughter. They found their daughter 8 years later.
Oh my God.
She is fucked up. I mean,
goopy.
She's goopy. She's been in this enclosed sarcophagus, in this enclosed
crucifix
sarcophagus for 8 years. So she can't even talk. She's just completely in a vegetative state.
Wait, what do you mean she can't talk? She's alive?
Yes.
Because the witch kept her alive?
I guess the demon living inside of her allows her to live, because she hasn't eaten or anything either. But anyways, so she's alive. The doctors in Egypt find her. They call her parents, and they're like, hey, so somehow physically she's perfect. She's fine. Nothing's wrong with her. But mentally, she's in a catatonic state. She's just be prepared for what you guys see. And they see her and gross.
I don't like it.
And the doctor was like, I mean, she's cleared to go home, so that's probably what's best for her, is for her to be with her family and, just make sure it's nice and quiet for her and just let her slowly come back. 8 years in a fucking sarcophagus, by the way. And so they take her home to their other 2 children that they have. And the first thing they do...
Your sister's back!
Literally. It's so funny, though, because the first thing they do when they bring her back... So she can't walk or any... She's like a vegetable. The first thing they do is they try and take her up the stairs in her wheelchair. And they're just banging on each step, taking her up.
I feel like I would laugh my ass off.
Yes.
Is it humorous in the movie?
I can't tell. I can't
tell.
God. The movie was funny. It was bad. But the dad was played by what was his name? It was Christian, but they said it weird. In Midsummer, the boyfriend that gets turned into a bear man and burned alive in the little hut. Florence Pugh's boyfriend.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I forgot the actor's name.
Oh, I don't know his name. I just know they called him Christian.
Interesting. That sounds wild.
Yeah, the movie was interesting, but okay, cool. No, I agree with all of your people. Now that I've heard the backstory of, his name was Imhotep. Justified. I think whatever you got to do
also,
for
he was
love.
Kind of hot.
He was all hot. That movie,
dude. And what's his name? What is his
Brendan
name?
Fraser.
His name is. Yes, was hot, but also the Magi guy. Oh my god.
Yes.
The actor's name is Oded Fair. And
Fine
it's so
as
funny.
fuck.
The other day I was watching Deuce Bigelow, Male Gigolo, and I forgot that Oded Fair is the gigolo in that movie.
Oh.
He was so hot. He was so good looking. Oh my god.
For the longest time, I'm not even joking, I figured this out I think in the last 5 years. I thought that the wife was played by Catherine Zeta-Jones. Like,
I could see
my
that.
whole life. So when I watched, because there's 2, right? They have The Mummy and The Mummy Returns.
Yeah.
It's the same family, though, right? It follows the same family?
Yeah. Rachel Weisz.
Yeah. I thought when I watched the first one, I was like, oh, I guess Rachel Weisz was in the first one, and they switched actors in the second one. Imagine my shock when I watched the second one, and it's still Rachel Weisz. I was like, did they just,
That's really
substitute her? What happened? But I thought it was the same person for the longest time. I just recently discovered it when I went back and watched it.
Yeah, she's beautiful in those films, too. Holy crap.
So beautiful. I mean, everyone in that film.
Everybody's hot.
Everyone.
Everybody's hot in that movie. Oh, my God.
Well, so I only have 3 villains, and I will say them, and you can say yes or no. Shere Khan from The Jungle Book.
Okay.
Edgar, the butler in Aristocats.
Was he a villain? I haven't seen that in so long. You're gonna have to. Okay, keep going.
And Chef Skinner from Ratatouille.
Okay, I saw something about the Chef Skinner one, and it made so much sense to me, so I agree with that.
Yeah.
There was a fucking rat in the kitchen.
Hello.
He's gonna fucking crash out.
I get it.
Hello?
The rat can cook. Great. Still don't want rat in my kitchen, so.
Yeah, and you know what? Everybody wants a Michelin star or like a good food review when the food critic comes in.
Yeah.
Like, his crash outs were justified, okay? Get the fucking rat out of the food. Like, hello?
And I think his crash outs in that movie were 1,000% valid.
They were.
He was being gaslit the whole time, too. He's like,
yes, he was.
I swear there's a rat on that man's head. And they're like, what are you talking
You're
about,
fucking
Chef
crazy
Skinner?
guy.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, if you don't remember, the butler in Aristocats, he was working for the rich old lady that had her cats.
Yes.
She was writing her will, and she was basically saying, I give all of my fortunes to my cats, and once my cats die, then you can have the money. And the butler crashes out because he's like, well, 1, they're fucking cats, and 2... the cat, he was gonna die before the cats because he was also old. So he doesn't even kill the cats. First off, he just puts them in a basket, drugs them, and takes them to like some isolated remote area.
He dumps them on the side of the road, doesn't he?
Well, I think the little basket, it falls, and so they fall off of the thing and they land.
So we don't actually know where he was going to take. Maybe he was going to take them to a
home.
farm.
Yeah, like a home. But I mean, I'm sorry if I'm him and I'm being told that this lady, all of her money,
You worked so diligently for this woman for so many years, and she's like, I'm leaving everything to the cats.
Valid. I'd get rid of them too.
Honestly. Remind me of Shere Khan, because
he's the
the only version, I've never seen the cartoon Jungle Book.
Oh, okay.
The only Jungle Book I've seen is the Rudyard Kipling's like 1995 one with Lena Headey and that other dude and the other dude.
Okay.
Have you ever seen that one? It's live action.
No, I've never seen it.
It's so good. You should watch it.
Interesting.
Anyway,
okay.
I haven't seen the
Shere
cartoon.
Khan
So
is...
what's he like? Because in that movie, first of all, he's not a villain at all. He's just a tiger.
Oh.
And tigers. Is he not a tiger?
No, he is, but he's not a villain is interesting to me.
No, because in the movie, it's like more realistic where like the animals are animals and not talking and like they're just doing what animals do. And Shere Khan is just a tiger in the jungle who's hungry.
Exactly, which is why he's not a villain.
He's not a villain. He's just being a fucking tiger.
In the Jungle Book, he wants to when he finds out that the wolves had adopted Mowgli into their pack, he's like, y'all, this is a human. Humans fuck shit up. Get rid of him or
true.
I will eat him. And they're all like, whoa, bro, you can't go around eating humans. He's a tiger. Yes, the fuck he can. But the movie ends with Mowgli tying like a fire stick to his tail, and he gets scared because he's just a tiger. He doesn't know what fire is, and he's scared, and he runs away. And I mean, he catches like the forest on fire. But hello, Mowgli does what humans do.
Mowgli caused a fucking forest fire and injured an animal.
Yes,
what a dick.
So
yeah, I agree with you on that. There's a couple.
I want to say though, any movies where the animals are the villain, no, they are not, including Cujo. That is heartbreaking because he got rabies and he, you know, I mean, he's a rabid animal now and he turns and kills his family. But he was rabid. He didn't want to. And I heard the
literally
book.
Can't do anything about it.
I heard the book is traumatizing because there are like some chapters or whatever where they tell it from his point of view, Cujo, the dog, and he doesn't know why he wants to attack his family and he doesn't know what's going on.
That's fucking sad.
I know.
That makes me sad.
So yeah, any animal.
Yeah, actually, along the same lines, this one I am not sure how I feel about, but Scar from The Lion King, very classic villain. You're thinking this guy's a fucking asshole. Mm-hmm. But if you think about lions and their social situation, the way that they socialize with one another, other male lions that are not the head of the pride are typically like not given very much food and are kind of like casted out and bullied. And, you know, he was like, this fucking sucks. I would like to not be in this situation where, like, even Scar, like, he's super skinny. He's friends with the hyenas. Like, nobody likes him. So yeah, you know, when you treat people bad, they're gonna be dicks.
Was Mufasa fucking all the lionesses in that pack? So was it not just what was his?
I think he was.
What was Simba's mom's name? It's so pretty.
Nala.
No, that's his girlfriend.
Right. Sarabi.
Sarabi. That's such a pretty name.
Yeah.
Damn. So was Sarabi like main boo and Simba just had a bunch of half brothers and sisters?
Yeah, and like what about any other male lions that they had?
They said Simba was him. I kind of had a crush on Simba.
Yes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Teenage Simba.
Handsome.
Absolutely.
And Spirit, the horse.
He was so hot. Oh my God. And sometimes I still see a picture of Spirit and I'm like, damn.
Or my biggest one was Balto.
Balto was hot.
I think Balto
I could see that.
Was the cause of my like love for wolves. I love wolves. Wolves.
But you know, that story. There you go. That story, Balto was not Balto was just ended the journey.
Oh yeah.
And that other dog, what was his name? Oh fuck.
They made a movie about it with Willem Dafoe.
He did all the work and then Balto like got it over the finish line while the first one died.
He died?
Okay. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Yes. Togo did most of the journey. But Balto got all the credit.
How true is the cartoon movie to the actual thing? Aside from like is Balto actually like a half wolf hybrid and he was a stray and then he decided
it's heavily fictionized. Fictionalized. Apparently he was not a wolf dog.
He's not a wolf dog? That was the whole cause of the movie.
No, he was a Siberian Husky.
He's not a wolf dog hybrid.
And listen, he ran the mile 53 to 55. He ran 2 miles. And Togo did the first 200 miles or something.
Wait, what? Where was Balto prior to that? Was he just
sitting
on the sled?
What happened? Balto. Okay, what happened to Togo? What happened to Togo?
That's crazy. Balto got all that fame.
Okay, just kidding.
Oh.
Togo didn't die.
Oh, thank God.
I think he was injured, and then how did this work? You know what? In the next episode, we'll go into a deep dive of Balto's story.
I know we should. We really should. Have you seen the movie 8 Below?
Bitch, of fucking course. I watch it like once a year. It's like the saddest fucking movie. Dude, so when I can't. When he comes back and he sees that like all of them have finally broken their chains except for the ones that died.
Dude. I don't understand why couldn't the dogs fit in the plane or the helicopter?
Dude, I don't fucking know.
And then they just left them there? How accurate is that?
And I love how
story?
They were like I don't know, it was like how many, like 18 months later or 9 months later or something, they were like, maybe we should go back. You fucking think so? What the hell?
They were trying to make Paul Walker's character seem like he was being insane about wanting to go, for wanting to go back and save the dogs. That story is insane to me. How accurate is that one? Now I need to go do some research. Oh my gosh.
I think that one's just fiction, isn't it?
I thought it was based on a true story.
Oh, I have no idea. The true story is never as interesting.
That's true.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
Do you think Ursula was a villain?
I mean, Ursula?
As a lawyer myself in this situation, everything she did was very legal.
Okay. Just because she had her sign a contract. Bad.
She had her sign a contract. She gave her a choice. She very clearly laid out the stipulations of the contract and allowed Ariel to walk away before signing, and she still signed. And then what? Ursula's not gonna fucking collect on the contract? She was a businesswoman.
She was grooming a 16-year-old.
Listen, today, people about that age can get a student loan, okay? So
yes, and the people that let them are all villains. I rest my case.
Well, shit.
I will say, though, King Trident was completely and totally reasonable in that whole situation.
Oh, 100%.
I hate Dude, Ariel, oh my gosh. I'm so glad that did you watch the second movie, Little Mermaid 2?
Yes.
I'm so glad her little daughter did the same bullshit that she pulled on her parents.
And I always used to laugh at Ariel. I'm like, ew, she wanted to be a human. And I always thought Melody wanting to be a mermaid made way more sense.
Yeah.
Like, I would love to hear from Ariel after 15 years of being a human with a review. Okay. There's no way that she went through childbirth and was like, that was an A+ experience.
She was living in a castle, though.
Also, I don't like the whole thing about how she saw Eric one time and was like, him. She saw a statue of Eric. It's giving parasocial relationship, okay? It's giving the way that I used to think about Harry Styles, okay? It's fucking insane.
How are you feeling about Harry Styles? I reached out to you because I was like, did you know he's engaged to Zoe Kravitz? And you were like, they've been together for a while. I thought she was still with Channing Tatum. I'm so behind.
Girl is having some situations with men. I saw this comment the other day and it was like, oh shit, I think my Harry obsession ended because, wow, I don't give a fuck about this. And that's exactly how I feel.
How did you feel?
Great for them.
How did you feel when there was that big scandal of that movie?
Don't Worry, Darling.
Don't Worry, Darling. How'd you feel about
with Olivia Wilde?
Yeah,
I thought the only reason that he was in that movie is because he was dating her. But I think they started dating because he was in the movie. I don't know. It was weirding me out because if Florence Pugh, of all people, is not really wanting to promote the movie, some shit went down because she's the best.
Yeah.
And is so normal. And I don't think they're friends. It doesn't seem like they're friends, so.
Dang. On to the next.
I do think it's fucked up that Olivia Wilde, like, left her husband, what's his name, who I love.
Jason Sudeikis.
Yes, for Harry. Like, girl.
I'm not in that world, so I don't know what it's like, but the whole dating and making out and pretending to, like, fuck or, like, have that type of chemistry for a movie. Look, I would believe that you can do that and it's all acting if it weren't for people actually getting together or cheating on their spouses for these said characters that they're playing. It's crazy. I mean, honestly, the most iconic one was Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Ugh, but it actually happens. It happens a lot more than just that case. But if that can happen, then, like, can we really pretend to be in love and have the most amazing chemistry ever on set and it not translate into reality? Because man, I watched that movie. Don't watch it. That's not the name of it. I'm telling you, don't watch it because it was really depressing. But the one with Florence Pugh and Andrew Garfield.
I'm gonna watch that. I'm so excited to watch it.
Why?
Because I need sad times sometimes. Oh. So it's between that movie and they just put Grave of the Fireflies on Netflix, and I haven't seen that, and I am ready to be devastated beyond compare. So anyway.
Okay.
Those two are on my list.
That Grave of the Fireflies, I still, when I hear the music,
I watched the preview and I almost threw up.
Oh my God. That movie makes me fucking, I mean, there's a reason why everyone says, like, if you want to traumatize yourself, watch it. But that movie with Andrew Garfield and Florence Pugh, their chemistry was so good in that movie that I wanted them to be together so bad afterwards. I was like, please.
They're both single, aren't they?
I think Florence Pugh is with a new dude.
Oh.
I think. I don't know. I can't. I like I said, I literally thought Zoe Kravitz and Channing Tatum were still a thing, and I was kind of sad to find out
because they did a movie together that I liked
Don't Blink?
A lot. Blink Twice, I think it was called.
Oh, wait, what's Don't Blink? Don't blink. Don't blink. Okay.
Blink Twice is a really good movie if anybody wants to watch it.
Fucked up.
It's basically about Epstein Island.
Yes,
pretty much.
Major trigger warning, but yes, it was a great movie, and
major.
Wow.
Yeah.
If there's any other villains that you guys would like to represent and battle for their innocence and their justification in their actions, let us know.
If you were a lawyer though, and you had to get your client off of all of these people that we just named, who do you think would be the easiest to convince the jury?
The chef.
The chef. I was gonna say the same thing. Absolutely, the chef. I'd be
like,
in
the kitchen.
Dude, this is a health code violation.
Yes.
Like,
and then they kidnapped the health code inspector and threw him in a closet.
Yeah, there's a lot of criminal activity that. Listen, Chef Skinner.
But I do love that movie. Ratatouille is such an amazing movie. I love it
so
much.
Cute. I do think about rats and how, like, people demonize them all the time.
I don't understand
I think they're adorable.
Yeah.
I have thought about getting a pet rat because they're so cute, but they don't live very long.
Oh.
And I don't want to
Really?
hurt my own feelings. Yeah, they only live a couple years.
Oh.
Like 2 years. 3 years.
Oh,
2
rats?
years. Yeah.
Where are all the dead rats?
Where are all the bones, dude?
Where do they go?
I'm still not over this. I don't know.
Where are all the dead birds? Where are all the dead rats? Where are they?
This just summoned something for me. When I was in the 5th grade, I don't know why, but my teacher did a unit on owls. And the whole thing that we learned about owls was that, like, something about owl pellets and how owls will, like, eat their prey like full, like they'll eat the bones and all, and then you can still find the bones in the owl poop. Why did we do an entire fucking unit on this, Mrs. Whatever? That seems weird. But, like, so even after the predators eat the mice, the bones are still there. So why aren't we finding them?
Maybe they get, like, geology and stuff, and they kind of get like mixed into the rocks.
Maybe they enjoy geology.
What is the word, like weather and tear and rocks?
Are you talking about erosion?
Yes.
Are you talking about fossilization?
Erosion. They erode over time, and
I don't know. I just feel like they wouldn't erode fast enough for us to not see them all the time.
Can I say something? Yeah. When I used to eat chicken, like with the bones in it, my favorite thing to do was I'd snap the bones in half and eat the marrow inside of it.
In a chicken
In
bone?
a chicken. And then, to my surprise...
Did you suck it out?
Yeah. Like a crawdad head out of a chicken bone. And then when I would do it all the time when I was little. And then when I found out, like, bone marrow is like this, super classy, like, high class meal. I was like, damn, I was on that shit before you bitches with my chicken bone marrow.
Speaking of this, have you seen these videos about these tiny crabs from H Mart?
Yeah.
So people are eating these tiny, I think some of them are candied. They're like candied tiny crabs, and some of them are like seasoned with something. Mm-hmm. But I'm sorry. I feel bad for the crabs.
I feel bad for any animal, dude, at this point. Maybe we should boycott and go vegan.
I do think about sea creatures all the time and how they are treated so much differentently.
Yes.
Because, like, a lot of people will be vegetarian but eat fish. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, but...
Like, I don't understand that. Why? Because I imagine people who claim they're vegetarians but eat fish do it because they're like, I love animals. And I'm like, are fish not? I think about like how terrifying it must be to be a fish in the ocean, and you're just swimming with your friends, and all of a sudden this fucking net comes and gathers all of you guys, and you guys are all now squished and like smashed in this tiny little net, and like your family, your mom's on top of you, your dad's below you, brother and sister on each side, and then you get taken out into the atmosphere. Now you can't breathe, and then
you're choking, and you're claustrophobic, and everyone's dying with you.
Yes.
And you don't know who these people are, and then they cut open the net, and then you spill out into the surface.
Yeah.
And you're like, dude, actually, that would be fucking terrifying.
Another one is I saw this clip from...
That's like us getting pulled into the ocean, like the dude that got kidnapped by dolphins.
There's a movie...
Then imagine if they eat him.
Let me look it up real quick. Getting abducted by aliens. So there's this movie called Fire in the Sky. Is that the movie I'm thinking of?
I think I've seen that.
It's about this dude who gets abducted by aliens, and then they do hypnosis on him to see what he experiences, and during that they show like what he went through when he was abducted, and it is the most terrifying fucking thing ever. And I saw someone comment and say, I bet you this is what sharks feel like when they get tagged by scientists.
Oh my god.
It has to be, right?
Dude, yes. All of the animals that we take, tranquilize, and tag, and then really, like, imagine how confusing.
I know.
And then, or like even cows that live like on a farm, they're like, what the fuck is this on my ear?
It's so,
what the fuck is this?
Like, I get it. Like, I'm sure, like, it's like people who love animals that are just trying to like track their migration patterns and, keep, but that's fucked up what we do to them.
Oh my god, we abduct animals and insert
probe
microchips in them.
Yes.
And insert, oh my god.
And then we talk about how terrifying it would be if aliens abducted us and did it to us. Well, bitch, we're doing it to all the sharks in the ocean, so.
That's fucking crazy. I've never thought about that.
We're fucked up. Hence why Shere Khan was 1,000% valid in wanting to kill Mowgli.
He should have eaten Mowgli in one bite.
He should have done it while he was a baby. He was actually kind enough and said, hey, get this little bitch out of here by the time I come back. And sure enough, they didn't just do it right away. They decided to raise him. And as time got closer and closer, they're like, shit, yeah, we should probably take him back to the humans. And Shere Khan was like, bitches, I told y'all, get him out before I return. And he's not out yet. So it's time for me to kill him. And 1,000% valid. But
totally
anyways,
agree.
Was there anything else that you wanted to divulge in? Oh, our friend, he messaged me, and he will be joining us for the next podcast to talk about what it is like to be a man in the dating atmosphere currently as a past manho.
Past manho. We'll see about that.
Yeah. We're coming at him with all the questions, and I told him, be prepared.
And if you have questions for him, too, fill out our form.
Yeah.
And we'll ask him.
I'd love to know what these guys are doing in the dating pool right now. But we hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Stay tuned for next time. Bye.
Bye.
Until next time, keep your alter egos alive.